Hey, I'm Mike Davidson with Gunwerks. On this week's episode, we're on part 5, the final part of setting up your factory rifle. We've been working on a Remington Sendero, turning it into a long-range shooter. We just shot some field data. We're back in the shop. We're on our G7.com ballistics program, and we're going to input some information. On the home screen of the ballistics program, there's a tab, trajectory validation. That's what we want to select. We click on it, brings up another screen. We're going to populate this screen with some givens. The manufacturer's BC on this bullet was a .617, so we're going to use that. The bullet weight was a 168 grain. We had initially programmed or figured out our drop chart based on a 3,000 feet per second velocity. So we'll put 3,000 feet per second in here. Our scope height, 1.75. We were zeroed at 200 yards. Here's our 200 yard zero. The altitude at our range was 4475. The temperature while we were out there shooting was 41 degrees. So we'll put that in. Now here we have some downrange drop data, a tab to fill in here. Our far target that we shot our drop data at was 950 yards. It's asking us for how many clicks we had to adjust to shoot that far. Looking at our drop table here at 950, we dialed 19.7 MOA, or 19 3/4 minutes. So 4 clicks per minute, that's 79 clicks. Now if you remember right, that last group we shot was still a nice group, but we averaged a little bit high. According to what we measured out there, it averaged 2.75 inches high. So that's all we're going to input here, 2.75. All right, once we have all of our fields populated here, and we're just going to double check, 617, 3,000 feet per second, 4475, 41 degrees, 0 to 200. Looks like our field shooting data is in right. Once everything's in right, we're just going to hit the calculate button. All right. When I hit the calculate button, what it did was took that drop information along with our environmental conditions, and it spit out a velocity, a true velocity for that rifle. Okay, and so what that means is we took this bullet, we shot it this far, it dropped this much, boom, it has to be going this fast to equal that amount of drop. So what it did was it took our estimated 3,000 feet per second velocity and turn that into 3,027. So in order to drop 19.75 minutes and be 2 3/4 inches high at 950 at 5,000 feet, 41 degrees, 4475 and 41 degrees, it has to be going 3,027 feet per second. So that is the velocity we're going to use. We're going to stick with the manufacturer's BC. They're real close. And then we're going to use that velocity for our ballistic profile. All right, so here at Gunwerks, we've got a program that will let you input those numbers that we just figured, our BC and muzzle velocity, and then also set the temperature and altitude that you want that turret built for. We can take that information, run it through this program, and it'll spit out a file that looks like this. It's kind of it's an SVG, or it's a picture. All right, well, we're going to take that file and send it over to this printer and print one of those turrets. All right. All right. There's not much left to do other than install this turret. And it's pretty easy. We've got our turret zeroed right now. We've got it on our 200 yard zero. We're just going to take the screws loose, pop this turret off, and then we're going to index it so the 2, which stands for 200 yards, is right there with our index mark. All right. Now we can go have some fun. Let's take this back to the range. Let's just verify that this turret's good, and then this gun's ready to go. All we're doing now is we're just going to verify that this turret is matching our rifle. So let's just pick a target. I think there's a piece of steel out here. 649 yards. We'll go 649, give it a shot. First shot with this turret. Smoked that. Man, that was too easy. 650 yards. Let's see if we can find something just a little bit further. You know, I don't have any steel, but here's the hillside over here. (1,367 yards). A dead center, just smoked it. All right, I guess our turret's good. We hit right on at 640 yards. That was pretty easy, obviously. Picked out a hillside here at 1367. Dialed it up and dead center. We got a spot about the size of a basketball and we just pegged it right in the middle. I would say this gun shoots very good, and I would say our turret works very good. Just to let you know, this factory rifle is something you can pick up at just about any sporting goods store. It's a Remington Sendero. We've showed you how to tune it up as far as putting a trigger in, how to bed that recoil lug, how to mount a scope, how to get the right data, and then how to let G7 build you a turret that's gonna kick butt. Just so you know, this rifle is for sale. Give me a call. The first guy that calls me can buy it. We'll give him a good deal on it. So.